Hello everyone, myself Niraj Nil Datta. Today in this video we will learn about basic data types in C, one of the most fundamental topics in programming. Data types tell the compiler what kind of data a variable can store and how much memory it will occupy. Introduction of data type. A data type specifies the kind of data a variable can store, such as integer, character, or floating point number. They define memory uses, and the type of operations that can be performed. Every variable in a program must have a data type which tells the computer how much memory to allocate and what operations can be performed on it. Here one example of data type: integer, float, and character. Int age is equal to 21, float salary is equal to 45,000.50, and character grade is equal to A. Now the importance of data types. Data types helps in efficient memory management. They ensure data consistency and type safety. They help the compiler detect errors during compilation. For example, integer number is equal to 10, float price is equal to 25.75. Now the categories of data types. There are three categories of data types. First one is primary or primitive data types. Second one is derived data types, and third one is user-defined data types. And in basic or primitive data types, the first point is integer. It is used to store whole numbers, means both positive and negative numbers. For example, integer count is equal to 100. The memory size of integer is 2 or 4 bytes. Now, second one is floating point. We can write float. It stores decimal numbers. For example, float marks is equal to 85.6. Here size of float is 4 bytes. Precision up to 6 decimal places. The third one is double. It is used for double precision decimal numbers. For example, double distance. Here 12,345.6789. The size is 8 bytes and precision up to 15 decimal places. The fourth one is character. We can write as CHAR. It stores a single character or symbol. For example, character grade is equal to A. The size of character is 1 byte and it represents as key value internally. The fifth one is void. Void represents no value. It means zero value, or it means empty data type. It is commonly used in functions that don't return any value. For example, void display, we have to print hello world. And the last one is Boolean. It represents true or false values. Here we can see the example, and it is used in conditions and logical expressions. The second category of data types, it is called derived data types. Derived data types are data types that are created from the basic primitive data types. They allow us to store collection of data or create more complex data structure, which includes array, pointers, structure, and functions. An array is a collection of elements of the same data type stored in contiguous memory locations. Each element in array can be accessed using an index number. The types of array are integer array, float array, and character array. Here are some examples of the types of arrays. Now, pointer. A pointer is a special type of variable in C that stores the memory address of another variables. Instead of holding a direct value like an integer or character, a pointer points to the location where the value is stored in memory. Here the syntax and example of pointer. The third one is structure. A structure in C is user-defined data type that allows us to combine data item of different types under one name. It is used to represent a record. For example, a student record having name, roll number, and marks. Here the syntax is given below. Functions. A function is a block of code that performs a specific task. It helps in dividing a large program into smaller, manageable and reusable parts. The syntax and example is given below. The third category of data type is user-defined data types. It is created by programmers for specific needs. For example, structure, union, and enumeration. In structure, we can write as struct in short. A structure in C is a user-defined data type that allows us to combine data items of different types under a single name. Union. A union in C is a user-defined data type that allows different data type to be stored in the same memory location. The key points of union are: it is declared using the keyword union, memory is shared by all members, and the size of union is equal to the size of largest number, and only the variable of union can store a valid value at a time. Here the syntax of union is given. And the last one is enumeration. And enumeration is a user-defined data type in programming that consists of a set of name integer constants. It allows us to assign names to a list of related values, making the code more readable and easier to maintain. The advantages of enumeration is it improves code readability and make code easier to maintain. The classification of data types. In primitive data type, there are integer, float, double, character, void, and boolean. In derived, there are array, pointer, and function. And the last user-defined. In user-defined, there are structure, union, and enumerations. We can learn that the data types define the nature of data stored. It helps manage memory and ensure correctness. We learn about 3 categories of data types and examples of data types. Finally, data types are fundamental in all programming languages. They help determine how data is stored, processed, and manipulated. Choosing the right data improves code efficiency and readability. Every variable tells a story, and each data type defines its character. Thank you.